We've all been there. Your silly RANNO life has brought you to ledge once again. Forced to use standard ledge options like ledge dash, or intangible aerials, or even a waveland to plat. Boring options that no one wants to use. But what if there was a worse, stupider way to get off of ledge? Well, do I have the answer to you? Brought to you by Kuroko Loco and Skee-Ball Paul from the RANNO Discord, the RANNO Slide By has got you covered. Performing a slide by is incredibly simple. There's a couple different variations, and we'll get into those in a moment. But right now, I'm going to give you the details on the basic slide by. While holding the ledge, simply drop, do a small delay, and then perform an up special with a full forward drift. It's important to get this forward drift as soon as possible, as if you don't, most likely you will get caught on the lip of a platform and be open for a huge punish by your opponent. You are able to perform the standard slide by on Godai Delta, Hadojo, Rockwall, and the lower platform of Tempest Peak. Note that there's a slightly different variation for the high platform on Tempest Peak, and we'll get into that in a moment. It's also important to note that all 4 stages have a slightly different timing on their up Bs to get the proper slide off. I may have been a little facetious at the beginning. I don't think that this is a terrible ledge option. I think it actually kinda has potential. If done framed perfectly after grabbing the ledge, the slide by actually provides 23 frames of intangibility during your up B.
Hi, Editor's Note here. That 23 frame number is actually for Hadojo specifically. The 4 stages that you can do the standard slide by on are probably going to have a slightly different amount of intangible frames, and all the other stages in the game have a weird quirk to how you're going to end up getting the slide by, meaning you realistically are not going to get those intangible frames on every other stage. It's important to note that, I'm going to say this number a lot throughout the video, just make sure you're remembering whenever I'm saying 23, this is on Hadojo specifically. Thanks.
You can get the majority of the way through a slide by fully intangible, meaning if someone is standing on top of ledge, you are able to hit them with a moving hitbox while intangible. That's pretty good. Now you might immediately think, okay, well someone could just easily parry me. But that's the great part about the slide by, is that because you get an edge cancel, you don't have to go through parry lag, meaning you can just disengage from the situation for free. Let's actually talk about disengaging. The slide by allows for a lot of follow-up options. For example, you're able to do a waveland back onto the platform, which allows you to do a lot of things, like wave dash back shield. You could do a waveland shield drop, a waveland shield drop aerial, a waveland super jump, or more aggressive options, like a slide off bear, a slide off B reverse neutral B, a slide off wave bounce neutral B, a slide off nair, really anything.
Now it's time to show off the dive kick variations that I had mentioned before. Here's a guide if you'd like to look at them to know what stages you have to do what inputs for, but I'm just going to show the raw footage, say what I'm doing, and then after this we're going to wrap up the video.
We have the regular slide bys that I've shown off before. Our drop ledge dive kicks. Drop ledge double jumps. Our scar jumps. Our scar jump dive kicks, and our ledge drop double jump dive kicks. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you came out of this with a cool ledge option that you maybe want to experiment with in your gameplay. I certainly did. I have a couple special thanks I'd like to give in this video. First one to Kuroko Loco, the original discoverer of this tech after the initial RANNO nerfs about a year ago actually. He was the one that was actually talking about it, testing this stuff out initially, and then I'm the one that's kind of carried the torch on finding this on every single stage, how to do it on every single stage, and then a lot of implementations and applications for it. Thank you to Tenshi for being background footage and for hitting the hugest punishes I've ever seen in my entire life. Just absolutely huge punishes. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any further questions, please join the RANNO Discord. It is linked in the description. I'll be continuing to update this tech thread as I discover more things, and I'd appreciate it if others would come in and add their own things that they find, because I don't know everything about this tech, obviously. I've done a lot of labbing around it, but I know there's a lot that I still don't know. So yeah, hope to see you guys next time.